First tonight, just 4 days after 6 power plants went offline, leaders with ERCOT say the Texas power grid is prepared to handle a hot summer. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Quita Culpepper.
And I'm Brian Mays. Leaders with ERCOT answered questions today and tried to reassure Texans who are worried about losing power during a heat wave. KVUE's Connor Board is live in downtown Austin tonight. And Connor, it's only May and demand for electricity is already soaring.
Brian and Quita, in just the past 2 weeks, ERCOT has had to both ask energy generators to delay scheduled maintenance and ask consumers to help conserve energy. And like you said, that's due to those record high temperatures we have been seeing this May. But what happens when we get to July and those temperatures are even hotter? That's something that was talked about here today and also talked about in a report that was released yesterday by ERCOT. In that report, they shared they expect to hit a new system-wide peak demand this summer due to more people now living in Texas. But both Public Utility Chairman Peter Lake and ERCOT Interim CEO Brad Jones say there will be enough power to meet that new record high demand. Jones said last year we have between 15 to 16% power reserves available, while this year we have about 22% available. But here's the thing, they say that under normal conditions we will have enough power. So what is abnormal? Well, we've already seen one of these situations when those 6 power generators went offline Friday during peak demand hours on a hot day.
Record high demand, low wind, and a unique number of outages in quick succession. All 3 of those events occurring at one time is extremely rare, and yet the lights stayed on. Our grid was reliable, and we didn't even get into an emergency status.
Although Chairman Lake said they did not hit that emergency status, they did ask consumers to help conserve energy due to the decrease in available power. And they also said that during that time on Friday, they did drop below 3,000 megawatts, but they said that only lasted about 30 minutes because of the additional power they had in reserves. Brian.
Connor, now another concern for people is the power plants themselves. Just this month, in fact, ERCOT has had to ask plants to delay scheduled maintenance to make sure we have enough power. How does that impact the plants?
Brian, that's right. This year they actually had to be up earlier. In a normal year, they have about until May 15th to do that scheduled maintenance at the plants. But this year, during the first weekend of May, they were asked to delay that scheduled maintenance. And today, both leaders said that they will work with plants if there is still needed maintenance and that they have actually set aside more time for them this fall to do maintenance. Brian.
KVUE's Connor Board live for us in downtown Austin. Thank you, Connor. Now, we made it easy to track conditions of the Texas power grid. All you have to do is text the word grid to 459-9442. We'll send you a real-time tracker.